Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Riham and this is a new series in which we will learn C sharp in Unity in part by part. So let's start. First open a project. I hope you know how to open a project in Unity. Then create a folder. In it create a script. Name it print underscore and underscore variable. Then open the script and then listen what I say. So here you can see there are two methods. First method is start, second method is update. So what does start method do? Let's write in comments. And if you don't know how to write comments, you use these two slashes and then the sentence you write after it is commented. So let me write that this method runs at the beginning. So what does start method do? It runs the code inside it at the beginning. And what does the update method do? The update method runs per frame, means per frame you can think is that some computers are 60 frames, some computers are 30 frames, like that. So this update method depends on your frames. So update, sorry, this method runs per frame. Okay, this method runs per frame. So today we're going to learn how to print a sentence and a the basics of variables. So first let's print something in start method. So to print it we're going to use debug, it should be capital, debug dot log and in and brackets, in the brackets quotation marks, and inside quotation marks let's write start method is running. Method start method, we no need to write running, start method. And let's write in comments that this line of code prints something in the console window. So let's save it, come back to Unity. So you should remember two things. One is while creating a script, never give a space between two words. And second thing is that you have created a script, but you didn't assigned it to a game object, then the script will not compile, means it will not work. So let me create an empty game object. Let's name it printer and var is the short form of variable. So in this you need to drag this script and keep the script here, and let's save play button, click the play button. So it takes time to compile and to run. So here we can see that in the console window it is saying that start method, means it has been printed once. So now we're going to print something in the update method. So let's copy this thing, let's paste it here, and let's change the start method to update update method. So let's save it, come back to Unity. And one more thing that I want to tell you is that when you make any changes in your script, remember to save the script. So let's now hit the play button again. So here you can see first it printed start method, then it started printing update method, and it's printing continuously. So continuously, and it's printing per frame. So if you are not understanding per frame, you can think is that update method helps us do something in a loop, or helps us to do something continuously. So that's what. So now we're going to learn about variables. So variables are used to store something, such as, let me create an int variable. What is an int variable? So let's name it var1 and equal to, let's assign it as a number 10. So now let me explain what is a variable. So a variable is something like a box. You can think that a variable is a box in which we store data, or store like things some things such as in a box, chips box, we store chips. So now let's see that what is public. Public is used to show or the variable in our inspector window, means to show the variable here. So let's write first what is variable. Variable is a kind of box which helps us to store something. Now let's write here public. Public means to show the variable in inspector window. So that's good. So now we're going to learn about int. So int means whole number. What is whole number? Whole numbers are numbers such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But 1.3, these are decimal numbers. We don't use int for them. If we use or you use int for them, it will show us error. So let's also write in comments that int means whole number. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So now what is var1? Var1 is the name of the int variable. You can use different names. I'm going to use var1 for it. Or let us use a name that we understand. Remember one thing. Write it in comments in your script that when creating a variable, Al- always name the variable that you can understand. Means what I am saying, that when you create a variable, never name it like A, B, C, D. You won't be able to understand it. So I'm not going to name it var1. Let's name it whole number 1. So in it we are storing 10. So now let's print it. To print it, we're going to use debug.log. So in this debug.log, let's write whole number 1. Remember one thing, when you are printing in variable and you are using the name of the variable, do not use quotation marks. So let's save it, come back to Unity. It is now compiling the script. It is not checking that there if is there any mistakes. Okay, so let's hit the play button. But before hitting the play button, you can see that here the whole number 1 is shown. Oh, maybe I just mistaked number spelling. Number, save it, come back to Unity again. So, one benefit of using public is that you can change the number of the variable to anything, or number, or the thing inside it. So first let me hit the play button and show you is it printing or not. So now here you can see it is printing. So now I'm going to change it to 11. So now it's getting that the whole number is 11, whole number 1, so it's printing 11. So, and also remember one thing, that never change anything in play mode. Means when you are playing, and if you don't understand, then after you hit the play button and you didn't stop the play button, then when you stop the play button, it will redo that thing. Like here it was 10, I changed to 11, but it didn't stay 11, it stayed 10 because I changed it in the play mode. So that's the basics of print and variable. Variables are really, what can I say? Variables are really tricky, but not that much. We will learn about them in the next episodes. Friends, that's all for today. Stay happy. Thank you.